unless you want to go out with me, just me and you get to know each other, then I'm down to do that. She said, no, I'm a girl's girl. I want to go out as a group. So what does that say? Did she come there to find friends? This is not pop the balloon and find friends.
Hey, what's poppin', YouTube? It's your boy KiteZz here. My lovely wife, it's just Alex.
What's up, peoples?
She's hiding her turtle shell. But anyway, hey, BM just dropped, BM talks to him. This time he has the Unmatched Women for Pop the Balloon 35. Oh boy. All right.
Maybe it's gonna be a good video.
Yeah, hopefully history don't repeat itself. Hey, don't forget to always like, comment, subscribe to channels that you guys support. If you guys like our content, liking the video helps push the video out so more people see it, meaning that we can get bigger support, meaning we can do more type of stuff.
Turn on your notification bells.
And if you don't like the video, you make Alex sad.
Don't be sad.
Do be sad. All right, let's do it.
All right, welcome back to BM Talks.
Oh, no.
So today,
You ain't make no spot for us, huh?
I'm not going upstairs. Put me next to Arlette. Why you get to be over there?
You want me to flip the camera?
Yeah, flip it.
We're gonna flip the camera for Alex.
Oh! Hello!
There you go.
Hey.
Now you get to be next to Arlette. I done messed up the whole video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shrink us down a little bit.
Fine.
We on the couch with Arlette. Alex, get the pillow.
today we are actually at a different setting. You know, we are actually in London.
Yep.
So that's why you see we are in a different place.
They got
my
money.
voice is, you know, I'm a bit
UK.
the weather under the weather right now.
weather in London.
So yeah, but yeah, the show must go on. So today we actually have some of the unmatched girls from episode 35.
Yeah, episode 35. Hey, ladies, welcome.
Hey.
So we got Tiana, Jordan, and Finesse. How you guys feeling today?
Good. Yeah, I feel good.
Good. It's good to have you guys back. As you've seen, or if you haven't yet, the comments have been going crazy on your episode. Have you guys seen any of it? How do you feel about it?
We've seen quite a bit, like quite a few of the reels, the TikToks that were made. I haven't looked at any of the YouTube comments, but I have had people commenting on my Instagram photos, DMing me, things like that. So,
Okay, good.
I don't understand. When y'all watch these Pop the Balloon episodes, why do y'all go to the people's pages and like be DMing them? Like, I don't understand that part.
Some people be trying to shoot their shot.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the people like I be
Oh,
seeing.
they be harassing them.
Yeah, like what is the point of that? Like, what's the objective? Like, I get y'all would be like, oh well, y'all do commentary, but it's like this is what y'all come for. But the thing is like y'all be going to people personal pages trying to go to war with them. I don't understand that part.
It's one thing when you're commenting under the video that they were on
Yeah.
versus going to like their personal page. That's why we don't follow or all them other contestants and stuff. That's too much. Y'all take it too deep, too literal.
Yeah, like don't harass people, bro. It's just entertainment, bro.
Yeah.
Good comments.
some of the people that DM me were they had nice things to say, but like some of the people that comment on my photos, they're like there's a lot of negative comments going around. But I just try my best to just ignore it. Like I've been blocking people, like everyone who comes and comments under my pictures or DM me, I just block them right away. I'm like, I don't have time to go back and
Okay.
forth on the internet.
Okay, and Jordan, what about for yourself?
I've seen them. I really don't care about them because they don't know me. Like you know me from like an hour show. That's all. Like you don't know me in real life, so they don't matter to
Exactly.
me.
Yeah.
Right. Finesse. What about for you?
Honestly, they had me mad in the comments.
Dang.
And it's so funny because they were talking so badly about us in the comments, but like in our in Instagram DMs, TikTok DMs, they're all nice. Oh, I loved you on the show, but nobody said that in the comments. It was pretty much just a roast session for us.
How the internet works.
All right. Yeah. So, how was your experience on the show? Like when you came on the show, the
We got sick
studio,
BM.
meeting with some of the girls. How did you find the whole experience?
Our experience, well, I would say for myself, I had a very great experience. It was a good experience. We met some really dope people. We connected with them. I had fun. Like, I don't regret it at all.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely had
Finesse or Jordan, whoever.
Oh, my bad. I definitely had a great time. It was a fun experience for me. Something I would do again. Like, it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Okay, good. Finesse.
Pretty much the same as the other girls. I definitely enjoyed doing something out of my comfort zone and meeting the girls and the guys. The guys were actually great once we got to actually talk to them. It was pretty much like the show was an icebreaker for us to be comfortable with each other. And I felt like that was really cool to be a part of be a part of the show and be a part of something like that.
Was you girls looking for love?
Yeah.
I was open.
You got on a man because of his pants, bro. That was not open. Sound like how they cuff at the bottom. Well, how they supposed to cup? Like this? Like this? Like this? Dang.
Nah, being open. Was you there for love or not? You shouldn't be there for like
The fun.
the off chance that you can find love. It should
Yeah.
be I'm here to find love in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was open. I was open to it. Open to the idea of it. Like if I matched with somebody on the show, I definitely would have took the time to get to know them more and possibly, build that up into a relationship. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't been single for years. Like, I was in a long-term relationship, so I'm like kind of like just getting back out in the world. So yeah, I was open to it. Like before, like I got on the show, I wasn't actively like searching for someone, but I was just like, why not? I'm single, I'm out on the market, like why not? Like,
So you just fling yourself head first into the the court of public opinion to find love? I assume people who get on this show, for the genuine people who are trying to actually find love, it is like these apps are not working, the in public stuff's not working. Maybe you need some matchmaking to get you to that point.
Yeah.
But some of y'all are like, dang, I just got out of a 10-year breakup. I need to go and pop the balloon. It's like, bro, you ain't even. Did you go through any other options before you just threw yourself in this?
Yeah, which people, I would say people do go get help from matchmakers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
no.
it's just not broadcasted like this. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
try to meet new people, and if it happens, it happens. So yeah, I was open to it for sure.
All right. So Finesse, one of the things.
Beat you.
BM didn't like that one. He said, all right.
Sure.
Was this?
All right. So Finesse,
All
one of
right.
the things that you said on the show.
Arlette
I
Cardi.
just want to ask you a question, right? Do you think that by saying that you're an intellect makes you smart?
No. I mean, no. By me saying I'm an intellect, it was a very poor choice of word, and then I kept repeating it. I don't know, maybe it was just because I was nervous, but I meant more like I enjoy mental stimulation. It wasn't necessarily like, oh, I'm so much smarter than everybody else. It really wasn't that. I was just trying to like let people know that I like mental stimulation, and that's probably what I should have said instead of keeping on saying that I'm an intellect.
And did you
Yeah, because that definitely got you cooked. You said it after everything.
Yeah.
He was like,
I'm an intellect.
I'm an intellect, and the things that you're looking for just don't line up with me. It's just like, but
What?
hey, but no diss towards her though, because she did come into the video and clear up some of her name. So it's like, hey, much love to you. She still showed love, so hey, we ain't got no falls with you.
Realize at the time that you said it so many times, or you heard
No,
after you watched it back, you're like, oh my God.
I actually didn't even watch it back. I just pretty much looked at the comments to see, and yeah, that I definitely could have not said that so many times.
Okay.
Yeah, because the way you was using it, it seems like you're using it to tell people that you're a very smart person, and that some people wasn't on the same level as you in terms of brains, and obviously that can come off as like, do you think that you're better than some of these men? Do you feel like using that word, it might have made you miss a match?
Yeah, for sure. I remember specifically when someone asked what was your love language, and then I think I just kept saying it from there. But yeah, it was definitely a poor choice of words because that's not specifically what I meant. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, she doesn't even know how to use the word because I said I'm an intellect." But I mean, honestly, I was just nervous, so it just kept coming out. I kept thinking about it. Like after I said it the first time, I kept thinking about it over and over again, so it was stuck in my head. So it kept coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
I,
And then you
I
said you haven't had a chance. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I definitely didn't think I was smarter than any of those guys, and like I said, after talking to them outside of the show, they're actually a really great, really great group of guys, and I didn't think that me or my son was smarter than them. I really just meant that I, I also said knowledge soaker, which a lot of people had a problem with too, but I just meant that I like mental stimulation. That it was definitely the wrong word.
Got it.
Okay.
And then you said you haven't had a chance to watch it back yet. Is there a reason?
I was there. I know what we said, so I didn't feel like I needed to watch it back.
Okay. Now, Jordan and Tiana, have you guys had a chance to watch it? Maybe you'll catch something you didn't know at the time, or whatever it is. A lot of people like to go back and watch themselves.
Yeah, we watched it back together. And there were some parts where, like, because I was trying to, like, remember back, because I know we would discuss it, like, after we did the show, like, why did that guy pop, or why did I pop on that guy? So when we watched it back, it's like, oh, that's why. And, like, I don't know, I guess it was a lot of pressure, so we were kind of nervous. So, like, some things, like, it was just a reminder just watching it back. And, like, we were like, oh, why did we say that? Like, just, like, yeah.
I must say, Tiana, did you know some of the things that you were saying?
Honestly, look, I was telling a lot of people that too. Like, there was a point where one of the questions like caught me off guard, and I was just talking in circles. Like, I didn't know where I was going with it, but it was just so much like pressure, and I was nervous, and I had to say something instead of just sitting there looking like stupid. So I just started talking and didn't really know where I was going with it.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Yeah, you just trying to fill in the space. You just trying to answer the question, but you really didn't think about why you were doing it. Which again, a lot of this can be chopped up to nerves, so there is grace to be given for that.
Yeah.
But then it is also just like they got to get to a point where like some of this like you gotta
be
catch
aware
on to
of what you're actually doing and saying.
yeah, and not watching it and not trying to reflect on it to understand why you're getting the feedback is kind of crazy, because to be upset at the feedback that you're getting, but then you don't go back and watch to see why you're getting the feedback. It's like, all right, I'm upset that you reacted this way, but I'm not gonna go look at what exactly made you react this way. It's kind of you're a means to the end there.
Yeah.
Definitely
One of those
nervous.
questions.
Definitely nervous,
Yeah.
right?
I think
Just talking in
nerves played a
circles.
big role in it, huh?
Yeah, and I'm honestly I'm a very introverted person. Like, I'm not very outgoing. I'm very shy. So that was like something very out of my comfort zone. So it took a lot for me to do that. Very
Okay.
nerve-wracking.
When we're speaking to you like this, I feel like this is the real you guys, right? This is the real you. But
Yeah.
this always happens when some people come on the show, especially when they're lining up, they act completely different. And it seems like their personality is portrayed as mean, because it seems like you're rejecting most of the guys for superficial reasons or for reasons that doesn't really make sense, right? So do you feel like this is the real you right now? Do you feel like the way you acted on the show was completely different and that's not how you carry yourselves?
Let's hear from Jordan first.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, so with me, I was definitely, my nerves were getting to me. Yeah, I'm really a nice person in real life though. Like I'm like a ball of energy. People love me. I don't think I was mean on the show, but I was popping.
Look at your homie face right there. Look, watch. Look at your homies. That's why you need to watch back. Look at how your homies respond to what you say.
I don't think I was mean on the show.
Look at that face.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie, twin. That's what she said right now. I ain't gonna lie, twin. you was bugging.
But I was popping for superficial reasons. But for me, yeah, I look at I have to be all the way attracted to my man. Like, and if it's something I'm just not I can't like bypass it, then I gotta pop. And I don't know. That's just me.
That's weird. Though.
Okay, so all the guys that came out, they were definitely, none of them were your type?
Nah, it was two potentials. It was two potentials.
Okay. Can we know who they were?
Dante.
Who were the two?
Dante and what is it, Quan? Was like, I'm looking like, oh, okay, like, yeah.
Okay. And then why did you end up popping on those two?
Well, I popped on Dante because of his deal breaker. And Quan.
Oh, right.
I popped on Quan. He didn't like loud. I feel like I'm a loud person. I am loud. I have my moments when I'm quiet, but for the most part, I'm loud. And
are you loud
I
right
don't
now?
want to get on your nerves, you know? I want you to
Okay.
be
So,
tired.
okay, I see.
Yeah.
So you actually ended up popping on them because of what their deal breakers were, not because of anything on your end for them.
Nah.
Okay.
I would have matched.
Makes sense.
You know, that wasn't a deal breaker, and like the conversation, you know, we talked more, asked more questions and stuff. I would have matched with one of them.
Okay.
Okay. But just remember that just because somebody says if something's a deal breaker, that, like they say, it's a deal breaker in certain situations, but then there'll be some exceptions to those deal breakers. Some dudes, if you look good enough, I can ignore that deal breaker for just now. Some girls, hey man, I know this is my deal breaker, but I can ignore it for now. For you, I'll give you an exception.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
It be those temporary exceptions that be getting people caught up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Also, I want to ask you girls, right? After the show, how was your communication like with the guys?
It was great. We all clicked pretty well. Like, it was very easygoing. Like, we had a good time together. They were amazing people to like kick it with. I feel like if a lot of them lived out of state.
Sorry to cut you. When you say good time, what do you mean by good time? You kicked it. What does that mean?
You guys all hung out after, or?
Yeah, so we went out to eat, and then we went out to the club after. And we had a great time together.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry. So on the show, you rejected most of the guys, but after the show, you decide to all go out together and party.
This has been a reoccurring thing on every episode. Everybody pops on each other. Everybody doesn't like each other. Everybody says superficial or rude things, and then
as soon as that camera turn off, we best friends.
They get to drinking. They get to exchanging numbers. The group chats and DMs is already being exchanged, and then they go clubbing, and everything else is history.
I saw a clip on TikTok of like, it was like a like those 20v1 with like skin bone, and it was like a chick walked up to the dude, and he was like, "Oh, how you doing?" And she immediately popped on him, and she started whispering. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to you after the show." And he's like, "What?" She's like, "I'm gonna talk to you after the show." She's like, "You my type." And he's like, "So then why'd you pop on me?" She's like, "Whisper." And he's like, "But why'd you pop on me?" She's like, "I'm gonna talk to you after the show, but let's just do this for the content."
That's crazy.
And the dude said it out loud. "Oh, so like we trying to get it in." And she's like, "You know what? Not now because you keep talking. I'm whispering. Learn to be tech." And everybody was like, "Yeah, he fumbled. But then
no,
it's like, bro,
on purpose.
It's like, bro, that's like, what's the point of you being on the show?
Yeah.
Don't come onto the show in front of this whole audience and reject me in front of the world, and be like, nah, you're not my type, you ugly, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as the camera turn off, you come over, let me get that number. Me and you can go get some lobster or something. It's like, bro, what?
Unless the hosts themselves tell you, hey, by all means, crash out. This is just for entertainment, content purposes. Do that. But if it's coming from the intentions of actually matchmaking somebody, don't do that.
Yeah.
And, have fun. With the guys that you didn't want to match with.
I think it was the feeling of being on this show was like, okay, I'm here for a specific reason. I'm looking for love. And when you're looking for love, you want to be specific because you're looking to spend the rest of your life with this person. So if there was just something off the rip that we didn't like that's usually what we do in real life. Like some guy comes into your DMs, you look at his pictures. He could be a very great guy behind that screen. But at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, no, I wouldn't give him the time of day. So it was kind of like that thing. But once the pressure of being on the show and having those specifics went away, like we all became ourselves. We were all able to talk and joke and laugh.
But like even saying this, doesn't that sound kind of bad though?
Yeah.
Like I get it. A lot of people try to tell us like, well, like it's all about the physical attraction, and if you don't like somebody off the gate, blah 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 blah.
No.
It's like, okay, I feel that, right? But like the appearance can change very easily. Somebody who's fat can be skinny. Somebody who's skinny can gain weight. Somebody whose facial features, they got like a sagging under chin, they can mew all day and get that chin lifted up. You feel me? But it's like y'all are doing this whole like thing where if you don't fit my standard of beauty or how it is, I don't care about any of your personality.
Yep.
And y'all reject them. Y'all don't give them a chance. Y'all don't get to know them. Y'all don't get the conversation. Y'all reject them. But then there can be somebody who is a piece of trash human being, right? A horrible person. But if their face card passes the check.
Yeah, it's a lot of people do this, and I've seen it with people like on the day. It's shallow.
Yeah, it's very shallow. It's very shallow.
It's shallow, and it's just nah, bro. Don't be doing all that.
It's like, give people a chance. Y'all don't even hear the conversation. You can end up the guy you want could end up being a 6 or a 7 in the face card, but be the 100% perfect example of what a husband should be.
Physical attraction plays a part, but it's not. It
shouldn't be the end all
to
and
be
be all.
physically. It takes more in a relationship than to just be physically attractive.
Right.
If that's the case, then everybody will be linked up and matched up together.
Yeah, I feel like y'all got to start getting to know people a little bit. You never know who could be your type, realistically.
Laugh about what we said on the show and what we should have said and how we felt. So yeah, everybody ended up clicking after the show, and it was very natural. It wasn't like nobody was forced or nobody felt awkward after the show hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
This is my thing, right? We have a lot. This keeps happening a lot, actually. We have people that come on the show and they act one way. After the show, they all want to, some people decide to hang out with each other and party and all of that. It just goes to show us, like, are you coming here to really to find love? Are you coming to look for your person? Or are you coming for entertainment? And then once it's over, oh, we're the cast of this episode. Let's party. Because this seems to me like, show's over, guys. Let's go. It's party time. When at the show, you didn't match. Like, for instance, if you're looking for love, you're not really going to want to spend time with the people that you rejected. And this is not just to you girls as well. Even the guys. Mm-hmm. If you're a guy and you're serious and you're looking for love, you're not going to want to spend time with the people that rejected you because, you want to spend time with the person that wants you. What is the purpose of, of some of you people coming on the show? Are you coming there to go and have entertainment on the show and then leave and party afterwards? Or are you coming there to seriously try to find somebody that you can then build something with?
Like I said, in the last Pop the Balloon, y'all be dropping the Pop the Balloon and find love, and y'all be there for Pop the Balloon and find some homies.
Yep.
Find a squad, find a clique. It's like, bro. And then y'all don't understand it. A lot of y'all, when they ask you, it's crazy. They'll ask like, hey, how was your time on the show? And they'll ask the person who has rejected all the men on the show, right? or all the women on the show, and the first thing they'll say is, I had a great time. I'll do it again. It was fun.
They're not talking about the actual show. They're talking about after the show.
Right.
So whatever happens after the show, that's not Pop the Balloon.
Right.
That's y'all free time. That's y'all leisure time.
Right.
Anything that happens during the show, the experience, that's Pop the Balloon. But if your experience was bad because you were nervous and you didn't get any matches, then but you went out to the club and it was good after that, now your experience is good. No, that's not.
And then y'all got nervous. Y'all got nervous with the cams and meeting the dudes for the first time. Y'all got nerves, but then as soon as the cameras turn off, y'all are not nervous to go get drinks and go party and go club with these same people. I've never drank. Maybe I don't know how alcohol works, but like that's kind of weird to me. Like imagine somebody going like, "Oh, I don't like you. Your fashion. Me and you, we're not compatible." And then as soon as the show come over, you come over like, give me a hug, like, okay, let's go get some drinks. I want to go this with you. It's like, bro, didn't you just say I wasn't compatible with you?
And knowing BM and Arlette and how like they comfort people, like when they're, because the last Pop the Balloon we watched where the young lady, she was really nervous. I'm already knowing that they've already done like the pep talks, like this is how YouTube works, this is how the show's gonna work, this, that, and the third. If you don't say any of these, because if you do, then Arlette's gonna have to ask you and have you elaborate on it. Yeah. Like they already give you the rundown of how the show is gonna go.
It's 35 episodes in. Yeah. Y'all should already know.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I understand why BM's asking these questions because
we're asking the questions.
Y'all are having fun and doing all this after. But look at all the criticism they're starting to get now. Nobody ever finds love on their show. Nobody ever gets matches on their show. They're just doing it for clicks and views and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but then you listen to the contestants. It's like, yeah, I had fun. I went to go get drinks with the guys after. It's like, bro, you're making us look goofy.
Or is there a mix of both? Because at this stage, it's something that I'm going to put my foot down on. Is, we're going on 5 seasons now.
4. Oh, you mean after this one's over? Okay.
We're going 5 seasons now. And this is not the first time this has happened. It's come to a stage where I'm like, okay, enough is enough. You don't come on the show to get rejected by a bunch of girls and then you go and party with the same girls that rejected you. So that's I'm not saying it's just you girls. I'm saying both parties, right? There's a guy that came on the show previously. He did not match. One girl asked him to go out to go out as a group, and he said, "No, I don't want to go out because unless you want to go out with me, just me and you get to know each other, then I'm down to do that." She said, "No, I'm a girl's girl. I want to go out as a group." So what does that say? Did she come there to find friends? This is not Pop the Balloon and find friends.
Just so stupid. Are you gonna do a sound effects for that? Do the Papa Schooly Moogly do that one.
This is not. It's not a place for you to come and, oh yeah, let's go out and let's see what friends we can find, and then we all make a group chat. And I guarantee you probably made a group chat as well. Did you make a group chat?
You know they did. Look at.
Oh my goodness.
It's the same formula. Because and this is why it's like it's getting bad, because Arlette and BM gotta listen to y'all on the internet talk about some Pop the Balloon exposed and all this stuff. It's not them doing the crap.
When the people coming on, their intentionality doesn't align with what the premise of the show is.
Yeah, it's not them. Now there's viral clips, like it's the expression that you can't, the end doesn't justify the means. Meaning that just because the result is people go on the show and they get viral clips and they do that does not mean that's the intention of the show to begin with. Mm-hmm. The objective is to find love. They're doing matchmaking. If people go viral because they're stupid, that's on them. But that doesn't mean BM and Arlette were like, hey, this love stuff is for the birds. We need people to, because you think they want to sit there and look at comments that get typed every day talking about some, what's Pop the Balloon's match rate? Like a 17%? terrible. They should just give it. They don't want to see that crap all day. And the sad part is the people who are typing those comments, y'all watch every episode.
And I know y'all be asking me why I always say too. It's not because the show is not capable of getting more matches. It's because we have contestants that are constantly doing the same thing. And this is just the end result of it.
Yeah, this
has nothing to do with the host. The host can't. All the host can do is ask the questions.
Mm-hmm.
They ask you why, this, that, and the third. It's not their job to make sure that they actually go on a date. They come with the right intentions. They come with the right mindset. They come with an open mind. Because in reality, if you come on a matchmaking dating show and you're hoping to see your match that you've seen on Tinder, Bumble, and all this other kind of stuff that you haven't even interacted with, it's going to be a slim to none chance that you're actually getting your exact preference on a matchmaking dating show.
Exactly.
Their faces.
So you all made what group?
No,
you made a group chat. Was
for it to happen like that.
I don't think that was our goal.
No, I understand. I understand. Right, I understand. But at the beginning, I told everybody, I said, don't be creating no group chats because it gets messy. And I also said, take this seriously. Try to match if there's someone that you like. I feel like, especially like Jordan, you could have matched with the first guy that came out.
Oh, for sure. But he had his deal breaker though. Yeah.
No, I understand that. Right, no, I'm not just saying. I'm not just saying that's on you. I'm saying even if I was to have a conversation with him as well, I will also tell him, you know, that's what's up. Because if I ask you right now, Jordan, when you lot all went out, yeah, who was you hanging out with most from the guys?
I was hanging out with Tante.
Y'all come on the show and y'all be on some crap. Then y'all get off the show and be booed up with the people that y'all just said y'all can't do. Now, I understand that was his deal breaker, but then that's a shame on him because he went back and was flirting with and chilling with the shorty that he just said was the deal breaker.
Yeah, it'll be one thing if he stood 10 toes down on his deal breaker, but the deal breaker didn't really mean nothing in that moment when y'all was at the club. So...
yeah, and I know some of y'all, we read some of the feedback when we be telling like, yo, you should have gave that dude a shot. I understand some of y'all be like feeling like we're just trying to say everybody deserves a shot with everybody. That's not it. We're saying the standards in which dating is ran now is clearly shallow, superficial, and it's a means to an end because there's very rare any success. So if this system is having all this problems because we're getting rid of tradition and we're getting rid of all this other things, and now we're doing the way social media wants us to do. If we're all noticing that this system is doing bad, why are you upset that somebody's saying stop following that system?
Right.
Prime example, and this is married people telling y'all this. I wasn't superficial with Alex. Alex wasn't shallow towards me. We actually got into each other because we actually hung with each other. We was cool. She didn't like me because I was a jock. Literally, she did not like me. I thought she was cute, but I don't talk to people. I be in my zone. So she didn't like me. But guess what? The guy she didn't even like not because I was ugly in her eyes. No. She didn't like me because I played sports.
It's kind of like the guilty by association thing. And that was wrong on my behalf because even though like there were other football players and other like athletes that were acting the way that they were acting, I never saw you act that way, but I could only assume because majority of the team acted this way. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stray away from that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But with like, you know, our interactions and stuff like that, you were always very respectful. You were always very nice, very considerate, very empathetic. You always listen very well. Like you was just real chill. So I'm like, okay, well maybe my judgment was wrong and. You know, I was wrong for that, but even still.
Yeah. But if she would have did it how y'all want her to do it, right? How you people that say like, oh, everybody don't get physical attraction, blah, blah, blah. If she did it how y'all say she should have did it, Alex would be a single woman right now. I'll be a single man right now.
Yeah, I never considered, because I think Tinder and all that kind of stuff was popular around that time when we were in high school.
I don't know. I never used social media.
Or it was just popping off or something like that, but I never considered doing like online dating or anything like that. So if I don't get something organically, then it ain't meant for me. So I left it at that.
Okay, there you go.
But it's okay. So like when we took our break, he was like, he came up to me like, yeah, he was like, I should have matched with you. He was like, that wasn't like a real deal breaker for me.
So why did he say it?
Because his nerd.
He said he should have said something else. He said he should have said like something like
once he knew like
three
the
or
situation,
more.
but when he knew the situation behind it, he was like, okay, that's not bad, you know. But yeah,
yeah. He
Why don't you say it on the show?
There's always, but this is the problem. He had the deal breaker that he said that he shouldn't have said in that way, but she already took it for what it was and popped. And it's like we always say, just because it's a deal breaker for somebody else, you may be the exception to the deal breaker. Mm-hmm. So I feel like because people don't want to go through the phase of somebody popping on them for their deal breaker, they'll rather just take themselves out the game early to avoid the rejection or the persecution or whatever.
He said he should have said something else, and he wished he said something else because he said like really like 3 or more children, like not 2 is like a deal breaker.
That's what I'm saying. You know, the internet will say it's just the girls, but
it's everybody.
You know, it's everybody. You know, and we all need to start taking things seriously.
Or also knowing what exactly we want to say.
Exactly.
Like, for example, when I ask the same questions every single time. Name, age, what do you do? What do you do for fun? What are your deal breakers? I feel like when someone knows they're coming on this show, they should already know that kind of stuff. Like, what am I going to say? So for him to now go back and be like, oh, I didn't want to say that. You had all this time to think about what your deal breakers were. And then when you find someone you like, aka Jordan, now he wants to change it up. I don't know.
And they all say the same thing.
Some of the public think that
I like to hike. I like to travel. I like making money. I'm an entrepreneur. I like a man of God. Like they all say the same thing. They all say the same thing.
If we all like where the heck we all hiking at? That's what I want to know. Cause how you hiking? But every time I look at your page, you inside the house or you at a restaurant. Where your hiking experience at? How is every black person ain't hiking? Let's keep it a band.
I like nature. I like open communication. I like the 5 love languages on top of the 20,000 love languages. I like zodiacs.
There's some of y'all be some natural gym rats. Some of y'all really do be doing this hiking. But there'll be every contestant be saying, I like to hike.
I like to hike.
I like to hike. Name 3 hiking spots right now, no Google. Cause I guarantee y'all can't.
Nothing.
Yeah, bro, y'all be saying everything.
Don't they got the Grand Canyon out that way or something?
Yeah, it's like, bro, everybody like to hike, but everybody like to hike, and everybody hiking the same distance, but everybody just
y'all ain't met each other while hiking on the trail.
Yeah, you would think, right, with all the hiking that's going on, you would think people would hike the mountain and find love. Like you would think that would be the thing, like. But apparently everybody hiking, but ain't nobody ever ran into nobody.
Shout out to Pop the Balloon Love Mountain. Cause they be
it's just like, what are we talking about, bro? Everybody, man. For a group of people that have the same hobby, it's amazing how y'all all have the exact same hobby and be in the exact vicinity of each other, but y'all have never crossed paths. It's really crazy.
Us, me and Arlette, on how the show is run. And I'm saying, if you think it was up to us, we are the same as you. We want the same results as the public.
Yeah, I think that it was, for me, I chose to go out. That's not usually something, this whole experience was out of my comfort zone. So for me to be on the show and then be looking for somebody to spend the rest of my life with, and it didn't happen, it's kind of upsetting. So instead of walking away, like, it sounds kind of sad to walk away and just go home and be like, oh, the guys that I did want rejected me and I rejected everyone else, and then I just went home. It made me feel a lot better that, hey, even though these guys weren't my love interest, they are great people after all. Just because I don't want to date them doesn't mean that I can't end my night off on a good note. Because I didn't come and find my forever partner, that didn't mean that I just had to go home and be sad.
You're celebrating the fact that your mission failed. Your objective was to go on the show and find a match. What you just described, that sounds like cope, right? Your objective is to go on there, present your best self, find a match. You shouldn't be like, I'm going to go there and if I get a match, I'm going to be happy. But if I don't get a match, I'm going to go have a great time. Then guess what? Your objective was not to find the match no more.
Yeah.
It was, and if I get one, cool. If I don't, it is what it is. I can go out to the club and party. At that point, then you going on to the show, you have taken somebody's spot. Your objective should be to go on there, and if I go and I get a match, God willing, God bless. But if I don't get a match, I have failed the objective. It's find love, not find the homies.
And even if nothing beats a fail but a try, so at least you try. So even if you quote unquote failed or you didn't get a match, you can go and try again. You don't have to do it with the show, but it should boost your confidence in dating. You did the hardest part.
Who celebrates their failure? I failed, so it's time to go party. It's like, what? No, go reflect on what made you fail, and let's try
again.
Yeah. Give yourself participation trophies.
Go home and be like, oh, well, that was a bust. Because in the end, us all going out and being able to have that good interaction with each other afterwards made it like, okay, I don't feel so bad. And after we did talk to each other about why we rejected each other, it was more of like, it was comforting. Because it was like, dang, you said this about me. And it's like, oh, I said this because of this. Like, we got more context outside of the show. It was more like an icebreaker because we were so nervous in the moment. Everybody was. Yeah. No, like, we probably should have rehearsed what we were going to say beforehand. But it was like nobody really did that. So we were all just thinking on our toes. We're all.
You know what else didn't help y'all? Because you said this and it's no shade. But you also said you was in the back drinking.
Yeah, she was a little tipsy. Yeah.
So I assume she wasn't drinking by herself.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop. Like, y'all gotta stop coming on the show. And I hope it's not like production providing it. But if it is, y'all gotta stop letting them drink. That liquid courage stuff
it's not working.
It's not working.
How about y'all, instead of taking that swig, you think about the fact that you think about what you are willing to tolerate, what type of person you want, your deal breakers, and your nerves wouldn't be so bad if you just steal yourself. But y'all back there having fun, turning up, then y'all drink a little bit, then y'all go out there and act a fool, and then be surprised that the internet says, hey, you acted a fool.
Judging each other, like, I mean, that's kind of the basis of the show, is to judge and be judged, just like how the viewers are judging us in the comments. So I feel like
that's not the premise of the show.
But I will say this, that is true though, because y'all be in the comments judging them, but then y'all got the audacity to come at the reactors and be like, oh, you reactors, y'all so judgy. Guess what you doing? So we just like you for real. I guess we all in the same boat.
Going out and still having a good time. It's
cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Like, nobody left down. Nobody left sad. Nobody left feeling rejected because we all made friendships afterwards. It wasn't planned. Like, somebody brought it up and we were all like, okay, well, might as well go instead of just having a bad night.
Yeah, but my point that I'm saying is, the people that watch the show, all they see is that some of them would think that you was being mean to the guys. So they don't know that you lot went out and you lot was good with each other. Like, you lot was cool, you was hanging out. So obviously when they see this now, they will get that, okay, you lot are guys, you're nice people. That's what I'm saying. When people come on the show, they need to realize that the way you portray yourself is how everybody will see you as they see you on the screen. And so I do want to ask you, ladies, is there any connections happening? Like, since you guys all went out and you had a good time, would you say that there's some connections that's happening off screen?
No, I can say I was definitely being more picky because these are potential love interests. But once they stopped being potential love interests, it was easy to be friends.
yes, they are potential love interests, but when you match with somebody, it doesn't mean you have to love them right away. Love is a process. Love is it's a journey. So you getting to know the person and growing into love with that person is different. But y'all be
I'll be thinking that if you get matched, that means you gotta
y'all
put
gotta
the ring
go
on it.
jump the broom tomorrow.
Yeah, no, bro. It just means that you're willing to give it a shot or get to know that person. That's the problem. Y'all are going, I can't see myself married to this person off of this 20-minute interaction, so we're not a match. But the thing is, if you would go with that person, have a dinner, learn more about them, get to know them, let them know you, you could end up being with the person that you know you're destined to be with.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Tiana?
No, not for me.
Not for you. Okay.
Jordan, why are you laughing?
Yeah, me and Dante, we text, we get on FaceTime. So we're
Okay.
communicating.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I mean that's good. We would love for that to have been seen on the on the
I just
show.
like run back.
That's why I think people that come on the show just need to be more prepared because
Yeah. That's definitely
people
what it
can just
is.
take any little thing you say and then make it into something else if you're not explaining it properly.
We
But
did
yeah, but I
want
think
to.
go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say we
No,
did
go ahead,
want to
Tiana.
run it back because he was willing to run it back. Like,
Oh, like he wanted to come back
yeah,
to
he wanted to
get
get
with
his balloon back.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Well, oh
No,
Dante.
when we tried to get him back up on the stage, he didn't want to go. He said his turn was over.
I don't know.
Because
He
that's not
said
how the
that he
show
said that
works.
he was
Yeah.
gonna get his balloon back. So I don't know.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens now that they're chatting it up, FaceTiming. Who knows? It still is, a pop the balloon match if something happens. It just didn't happen on screen.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him and let's see what he's saying. Then, yeah, we'll keep tabs on that. We'll see how that's going. But obviously, so after being on the show, yeah, if you was to come back on the show again, how would you act? Would you act different?
Would you do anything differently?
Yeah.
I would definitely prepare what I'm gonna say first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I actually think that would have helped me be less nervous as well and stop repeating myself.
What about you, ladies?
Yeah, I would definitely like do some type of rehearsal. Like we thought we were prepared, but like the nervousness, like and the pressure, it kind of like took over. And so, but I don't feel like I was being like mean. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, like I was like I seem very sweet and genuine." I was trying not to be mean. That's why, like for a lot of people, I tried to hold on to like the balloon or like not like say things that seemed like mean. Like I wasn't trying to be mean because I'm
She didn't
really a
come off
nice
as mean.
person.
It's just she was saying
She was tap dancing.
She was having a marathon talking. I was like, what is
Yeah.
she saying right now? But other than that, like she didn't seem mean to me. I got confused a lot of the time when she was talking, but
Yeah, she was chatting a lot.
yeah, it's all right.
Like I'm not.
Yeah, I think a comment that came up a lot for you, Tiana, for one of the guys, I can't really remember which one it was. You at first said, "Oh yeah, we align, our goals align," and then you ended up popping,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Why'd you end up popping?" You said, "Oh, we just don't align," and I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? You just said
Yeah.
like 2 seconds ago."
Yeah, I seen somebody made like a reel about that, and I was like, no, that's not what I meant. Like, I meant like our goals definitely align, but there could be other
Okay.
areas where we just wouldn't click. Like, I just didn't see us like clicking.
Then you didn't
Okay.
align.
Like, if we were to talk or like that, it didn't seem like he was like a person that I would see myself being with in the future. So I didn't want to just keep my balloon and then we match, and then I'm like, no. Like I didn't just want to match for the show and then later on be like, no, I'm like it's not gonna work. So, but I had to say something.
So none of the guys, that came out were someone that was your type.
No, not really. Like it was only a handful of guys for us. So like, like there's a world full of people. So like our match could be out there, but like just with that handful of
Right.
people, there was like not as many
Not
chances
for
that we
you.
would find our match right then and there. But they were great guys for sure. I
Yeah.
just
Excuse me, sir.
and like one of the guys.
The dog trying to.
He trying to get camera time. Let her get in the camera. Let me see him.
She said, "Get off me."
I probably would have kept it for him. It's just besides like the ball thing.
Which guy?
There you go.
What the dog doing?
He said, "Who are you talking to on his phone?"
I don't know. He matched with
Unique.
Yeah.
He matched with Unique.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eugene?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, he was cool. Yeah. It was just the only thing that bothered me about him was like that he was bald. I've never dated a bald guy, but I wasn't gonna say that. Like, I wasn't trying to be mean. So, but that was really like.
But you see, and that's another thing. Remember we told you guys, like, just be honest. You can be honest without being mean. Like, I let people know that all the time. You can say exactly what you like, don't like, and it won't be mean or offensive to the other person because that's your preference, you know?
It's
Like
how you
that,
say
your
it.
personality on the show right now is just so different. You know, I think if you lot came on like this, you know, it would have been a different story on the show. You know,
We didn't even get to that point though, because he popped on me because I was short. But he told me that it really was because I look like his baby mother.
Oh. Well.
No.
Sorry.
You look like my sister's cousin's baby's daddy.
Don't say that.
so you two are actually friends, right? And it's crazy because when I actually put you on the show, I didn't put you on the show. You didn't apply together. You know, you applied different, but obviously you ended up being on the same show. So everybody's thinking, oh, why did they put two friends together? They were giggling and goofing around all episode. And I'm like, that's just how it happens sometimes. Like, you know, you're both in Phoenix as well, right? You both live in Phoenix? Okay. Right. So it ended up like, you know, two friends are on the show. And I think when you're both like laughing and giggling, and then at the same time you're rejecting people, it adds more fuel to the
because y'all sitting there laughing and kikiing, and then pop. Then lo and behold, it's y'all laughing and kikiing again. Then somebody says something, y'all have an interaction. The dude says something that you don't agree with. As he starts to walk away, laughing and kikiing. Just like the Baltimore dude. He's asking the girl something, and you in the back just chattering, laughing, and he had to tell you, like, I asked her, not you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, y'all was doing too much.
To the fire, right? But so do you feel like you guys learned from this? And I'm actually glad that they took some accountability on this episode, on this podcast, because they came out here saying what they feel like they done wrong as well and how they could have done stuff different. Do you feel like you lot learned from this experience? And, you know, obviously if it was to happen again, you'll definitely be different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I feel like, there's definitely things that we could have did differently, said differently, but there's also things that we couldn't like avoid getting dragged about. Like the most thing, the major thing that we are getting dragged about is like having two baby fathers. Like, I'm like, tell me something I don't know. We already had two baby fathers before we came on the show, so that couldn't be avoided. Like, you're mad about that. Like, what can we do about it? We already have the children. Our kids are here, so there's nothing. We already know like about the choices we made in life. We already have accepted that. We already beat each other up. Not each other, but ourselves up about it because clearly, like, we didn't aim to like have like broken homes. Like, obviously we wanted a family, but
I think the problem is because you guys have broken homes. I think the thing that's off-putting is the fact that like you have two kids, two baby fathers, and then you're on the show being extremely picky and critical towards men you just now met. But it's like, to those men, it's like, you're giving me all these standards and requirements and all this, and I have to fit this mold and blah, 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 blah. But were these same requirements on the baby fathers? Like, there's no way for them to know. But it's like somebody said that, like, it's like the expression, a woman will have, I don't even want to say a woman, a person will have multiple children, right? But then when it's time for them to date somebody that they're truly interested in, they keep everything away from them. They're emotionally distant. They're sexually distant. They have standards. They have all these requirements and all that. But then it's like, when it comes to, when they see like the baby mama or the baby father, they don't meet any of the standards and they got it with less effort. And that's why it pisses people off.
Sometimes people get in situations where they don't know any better, or they know better and they don't choose to do better. So now that they know better after they chose the opposite, it's kind of them trying to correct their ways as they go. I can understand how it could be like frustrating for people and stuff like that, but like Jordan and Dante, context does matter for some people or for most people. So even if they do have multiple children with multiple men, like some men can tolerate that and deal with that depending on the context and like where your head is at, and vice versa for women. So
yeah, I think the analogy is baby partner number 1 had to hop over 1 hurdle. Baby partner number 2 had to hop over 3 hurdles. Potential baby partner number 3 has to hop over 18 hurdles. But now he's looking and he can see the results. He only hopped 1, he hopped 3, but I gotta hop 16. But apparently I'm supposed to value you like you didn't make any of these other guys give this shot, but I gotta do all this extra stuff just to be in there.
It's a mental note to keep like in your mind, but you being so fixated and worried about what the next man was able and was not able to do or didn't have to do or had to do, it's just gonna deter you from what you should be doing for yourself. So if you want to pursue this woman, baby daddy 1, 2, 3, okay, keep mental note.
No, I'm just adjusting. Yeah. I'm just adjusting.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, just out loud.
It just doesn't work out like that all the time. So,
and they talk about us like we got like 5,
like we just sleep around. Like they're saying like, kids. Like nurses sleep around and nurses. Someone said like,
and that's something that came up a lot. People are like, those girls are friends who came on there and they're like, they're gonna tell a lie and say they're nurses and this and that third. Are you guys nurses?
Yeah, I can show you my badge.
Exactly. And I was like, why would someone even come on and lie about something like that? The internet is gonna internet. You guys already know that.
But we're grown now. People come with kids. Like that's just like we're old. We're older. Not old. Older.
I think if you put yourselves like in some of these people's shoes, right? Because some of the people are saying, you've got 2 baby daddies. Do you not want your next one to be the final one? Like that you want to try to work on that one and make it work so that you don't keep having multiple more.
If I have
so that's why when they were saying that, so that's why when they were saying, a lot of people are saying, take it seriously, because they're thinking if you're rejecting good men that might be potentially the next baby, that you want that to be the last one. Do you kind of get their point?
Yeah, no, definitely. Me personally, I don't plan on having any more kids. Like I was saying, like if I was to have more kids, I would have to be married, and it would just be because like we want a kid together because we're married. Like I don't plan on having any more kids outside of marriage at all.
I think Jordan, you were planning to say something.
Yeah, something along those lines. The same thing, basically. Like if I got married and my husband wanted a child, I would give him one, but I'm not aiming to have more kids. Like I'm fine with my 2.
But do you see how that sounds in the dating market though now?
Yeah, that's what makes it difficult for men that want to have kids with women that already have kids.
And vice versa, because there's guys who will say that same thing too. Yeah. The point is, this is why it's important that y'all don't be having kids willy-nilly and really know who you're dealing with. If you get a divorce or the person dies, there's exceptions to the rules. But some of y'all treat sex like it's a game, and then y'all have all these kids and then be like, ooh, nah, these kids is too much. Next person, oh, you want kids? Well, you better put a ring on it. It's like, but baby daddy 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 didn't have to. Baby mama 8, 9, 10, 11 didn't have to. But now I got to.
I got to put a God-ordained contract to have a seed.
Yeah, with you. Even though I agree, you shouldn't be having kids before marriage anyway. Yes. But I'm just saying, to their argument, it does look bad.
Yeah, like with both of our situations, they say like, oh, like we're just sleeping around, but there's people who sleep around, like actually sleep around and just don't have kids, or they have abortions or things like that. We were in relationships with our child's fathers, like long-term relationships, and it just didn't work out. And I'm not going to stick around with someone who's not treating me right. So I left.
Well, let me ask the comments. Do you want to see the girls back again on the show? Comment down below. Let me hear what they say.
Like, hell no.
Hell no. Don't bring
Now that
it
you've
up.
seen it like
But I mean,
that.
they got to see a different side of you guys
they saw a
on
different
this
side.
podcast, so maybe they'll have a change of heart. You know, you guys got to speak a little more. I know on the show it's very timed. You only get like a certain amount of time to say your piece, say what you think, all that. So this is a good opportunity to get to know you guys a little more. You got to open up, tell us, you know, about the situation, your experience, all of that. So yeah, maybe they might have a change of heart.
Yeah, the guys were like, "Oh, you guys picked us apart. We want to see you guys be the people coming out instead of the people on the lineup." And
Yep, because when you're on the lineup, you have all the power.
Yeah.
You notice when people are on the lineup, they act bold, they do whatever, versus the people that gotta come out, they're playing from the defensive. It's very easy to pick when you're on the lineup versus when you're the one that's getting popped on.
And I was like, yeah, that actually would be. I feel like it would have been a good spin for me.
I don't want to walk out.
Oh,
I don't think I could do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Why? Why not?
I applaud them for that. That's a different type of, like, yeah, I applaud them for that. You gotta be bold.
So Tiana, Jordan, you guys wouldn't walk out?
I don't want to. No.
I might, but I feel like it's a different level of pressure for sure. Like, I couldn't imagine how much pressure they were having just walking out, you know, and getting popped on.
All eyes on you, like,
yeah.
Like,
And then people just judging
Vanessa,
you.
you're
like,
open.
Yeah,
You're open to
and
walking out?
Actually, we have to apologize to Junior though, because a lot of us disqualified him, like, because we were kind of confused. Like, we know you didn't come on the show like that. It said date night, dress to impress. This is how you're gonna dress on a date. Like, automatically no. But after we got a little bit more context, it was like, oh, okay. He was actually a cool guy, but that first impression was just like, it just wasn't it. Yeah. But after we got the context, we were like, okay, maybe we could have did him a little bit better, but for his situation, we definitely picked him apart. So, and he had the confidence to keep speaking, which was commendable.
Yeah, I would have just walked.
And Junior was the one that had
the last.
He had like the distressed jeans.
Yeah,
with the tights under.
The last guy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would have walked off if I was him.
I mean, what?
He was anemic. That's why he had.
That was the one that had the little polo.
He had like a baseball type fit.
Oh,
and then he had the distressed jeans and he had locks.
I would feel for him, but then I think somebody went on his page and he been going on dating shows with that exact same fit. They caught him on going on other dating shows, rocking the same shirt, same fit, all that. So he was on a tour at that point.
All right.
And, like, he's bold. I'm sorry. I would have been like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, that was somebody that did.
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes as well, like outfits, there's more to people than outfits. You know, like you may get to know somebody and you can change outfits. Outfits can be changed, but ladies, thank you for coming on the podcast. It was good to have this, you know, so people can see you, how you really are. And hopefully, you know, let's see what the comments say if they want to see them back.
Yeah.
But
do you lot have any final
thoughts, any final words?
Yeah.
I just want to say, even though like I'm ignoring most of like the hate comments and things like that, I did catch myself like responding to a few of them because like it would just get to me because I'm like, you don't know me from a can of paint, you don't know like who I am, or like, you're judging me off of a show, so that kind of bothered me. Like, just don't judge people. Like, you don't even know them or their situation, what they've been through, their background. Like, and you're just judging me and saying all these hateful things. And I'm like, someone said like, oh, I would be a nightmare to be in a relationship with. Well, I've been in a long-term relationship and I was a wonderful woman. Like, they would.
Yeah, but how would they know that? They're saying that based off of what they just watched you do. I understand and I agree with you that people should know people before they make like deep critical evaluations of it. But at the end, on the internet, we have to people are going to make quick judgments based off of what they're seeing because they're never going to get more context for this.
Unless they do deep dives on you. And some people got the time to do it. So be wary of that.
Yeah. So it's like, I understand what you're trying to say, but they're talking about what they're making their judgments or their decisions based off of what you are displaying in front of them. It's not like they're thinking about you that deep that they'll go in like that. Like, she probably ruined men's life. No, it's just they're talking about what they're seeing. And if you're doing something that they would describe as a nightmare in a relationship, they have every right to make that opinion because they're watching it.
Even though opinions can be judgmental, but
the whole word judging somebody is to form an opinion or a critic. The problem is everybody says judge. You're judging, judge, and the thing is,
we do it every day.
Y'all, everybody does it every day. Form an opinion or a conclusion about. So guess what? If you have an opinion about anybody on the internet, you're judging. I don't understand why you're judging. If you have an opinion at all about anybody, if you say, I don't like I think Alex only has that black hoodie, you made a judgment. You shared an opinion. You're judging.
That's none of your business. Got my clothes, bro.
Even tell you that. Like, I've never cheated, never done anything like wrong. Like, I'm a very genuine, good person. So for people to just drag me about like over a show is kind of a little hurtful, just a little bit. But I ignore it.
No, it is.
As best as I can. Okay. But that's all I have to say.
Yes, definitely try. Jordan, any final words or thoughts?
I had fun.
Oh, yeah?
It was a great experience.
Yeah, we'll keep tabs on you and Dante. Yeah, I wanna see what's going on there. What about you, Finesse?
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you for having me. Thank you for putting me with the group that you put me with. I walked away with a great experience overall, even though I didn't find the love of my life. I definitely made some great friendships, and I did appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's great. All right, guys, thank you for coming on the podcast, and thank you to everyone for watching. And yes, happy holidays to everybody, and we will catch you all next time.
Peace. Hey, man.
Okay.
Let's go back down to earth.
All right. I don't want to be down there.
Well, you're back. But, yeah, I mean,
BM has had enough.
Nah, these are valid questions, bro. So at the end of the day, hey, comment down below how you feel about it. If you want them back, go put it on the show. I have no true feelings towards them. Because at the end of the day, it's like they didn't do like the other group of women and double, triple, quadruple down and say that the whole internet was wrong and that they were right and that. So I can respect that. So if they want to go,
I think they'll be back. It'll be okay. They'll be all right.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye.